Hi, you guys. It is Wednesday afternoon, October 6th, 2021. My name is Doris, and this is the Knit and Purl Podcast, episode 222. Title, Calling All Hat Knitters. I would look. Whatever. What do I normally say after this? In social media, I am One Fine Cow, all spelled out, on Ravelry and Twitter. I am One Fine Design, the number one on Facebook and Etsy, and I am Doris M. Smith, all lowercase and smooshed together on Instagram. This podcast has a Ravelry group, which is Knit and Purl podcast group. So you don't have to remember all of that stuff. And I forgot to say, the show notes are at knitandpurl-doris.blogspot.com. But you don't have to remember all that because you can go down there in the handy dandy down bar below. There are links to the show notes, the Ravelry group, and my Etsy store. And if you click on the show notes at the top of the show notes, there are clickable links to all the social media. Story of the week and stash enhancement. Yes, I did do some stashing. I did a furls purchase. I bought a Streamline Taurus, and this is an eye. It's a Taurus. It's so pretty. I know you can't see, but in certain areas, certain parts of it, it's like see-through. It's so pretty. Very nice. Enjoyed it. And I also purchased a K Odyssey in a beautiful blue color. And I used it on a finished object, which you'll see, and I totally enjoyed it. So I have crochet hooks. I purchased some yarn, and I also purchased some fiber. I found out that the Yarn Geek Fibers, Sarah, fell and hurt her elbow, and now she's not able to dye wool or yarn anymore. So she's ending that business. When I saw it on Facebook, I immediately went over and I purchased some fiber because she is my favorite dyer, and I'm so sad that I won't be able to get her stuff. But I did get some beautiful fiber. It is gorgeous. It is so pretty. So pretty. Isn't that gorgeous? This is, let me show her tag. Stripy BFL. The name of this is Flirty Peacock. So gorgeous. So gorgeous. So excited about that. But so sad that she's not going to be dyeing anymore. But she's doing something different, so I'll keep my eye out on that. See what she's doing next. What her next big adventure will be. She's awesome. She's very, very sweet and nice, and her stuff is gorgeous. Okay, so I also purchased some yarn, and you will see why I purchased this yarn. So I purchased some Just Wool from Hobium Yarns. So let's see what it says. It's a 3-weight. It's 126 yards. And I have a finished object from it, and you'll see that. So I also purchased some Galloway yarn. Galloway. It's 100% wool from Plymouth Yarns. So we're just going to get into this because the reason I purchased this yarn is because a friend of mine has decided to do Christmas stockings for the servicemen and women for the holidays. And she asked me to knit hats as the toppers of the stocking, the Christmas stocking. And she's, I said, oh, sure. She said, well, I'm going to be doing 50 socks, Christmas stockings. And I'm like, 50. Okay, so I have 9 done, but I need help. So if you want to do a charity project this Christmas or this holiday season, please help me knit wool hats for the servicemen and women for Christmas this year. It needs to be wool yarn in the colors gray, dark brown, or black. So that's why I purchased this yarn. It's a dark gray, and I knit this DK weight hat. I don't the lighting anyway. There you go. It knits up really nice. I'll throw it on my head. It's I think this is no, it's not a nice and knit. I just modified a pattern. I took the stitch count for, I think it was the angel hat, and then knit some ribbing and knit 6 inches and then did the crown decreases. So there are plenty of free patterns for beanies. The Ross hat from Smell Great Guy. His website is smellslikeyarn.com, and he has the Ross hat. It has 4 weights, fingering, DK, worsted, and bulky. Perfect hat to be knit. Also, the Nice and Knit hat. Here's another one. This is the Nice and Knit beanie. It is also a free pattern and very easy to knit. So please, if you want to do a charity and you want to knit a couple hats, wool hats, I gave you, okay. So this is a good option, the Galloway yarn. It's 100% wool. This is a cheaper version, but you get 10 balls. You can make 10 hats, or you can knit a couple hats and send them to me and, do something different with the yarn. Just wool. Also, some other options that are reasonably priced. Knit Picks has a couple good options. Wool of the Andes. This is it says it's a worsted weight yarn. There's 110 yards in a ball, so I would get a couple balls. Not pink though, darn it. Also, another good option for yarn is Knit Picks Bulky. I knit this hat, a couple of these hats, the bulky weight hats. They're still about the same size. They're nice hats. There you go. Please, please, please knit some hats. I finished 9 so far. And we have until December 1st. I need to have I need to have them in my hands by December 1st so that we can get them packaged and together and in the mail before December 10th. So it would be much appreciated. There's one hat. This is with the Galway. It's very nice. It works up very nice. This is with the Just Wool. Also works up very nice. This is with the bulky Wool of the Andes. Bulky. Another Galway. This is a nice and knit. Galway in the black color. Nice and knit. Galway black. So let's say I knit two hats with one ball, and there was this much left. So another bulky. This is the Galway in the brown. Another Galway in the brown. That's 2, 4, 6, 8. Wait a minute. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So 41 hats to go before December 1st. And if you have a desire to do something for our beautiful servicemen and women for Christmas, please help me. Send them. If you are wanting to do it, you can message down below. You can click and message, and when you're ready to send it, I will send you the address, and I would thank you so, so much. So let's get on to other things. Okay, so this is what I've been doing between the last episode and this one, and I wanted to finish. Oh, there's so much here. I wanted to finish a couple things before I started knitting hats. So I'll show you the wrap that I finally finished blocking. It turned out so beautiful. Open, pretty, pretty, pretty. I don't remember what the name of this was. I think it was I don't know. You can look up last week's show notes, but it was supposed to be a poncho, and I just, like I said last time, I didn't have the head space to do the poncho, so I just made a wrap. It's very pretty, very nice. There you have it. Very nice. I also finished what is it called? The half circle eyelet shawl. I finished it. It's beautiful. The yarn I used, okay, so these were all Cascade 220s, and this was a Galloway, a pink Galloway. So it turned out really nice. I love it. I would recommend the pattern. It was very fun to crochet. Links in the description for this pattern. It will be a nice throw over the shoulders when you're chilly. It's all 100% wool. So when I finished this, well, not when I finished, I had already started another crocheted shawl. I crocheted another virus. This is mostly, okay, this is the leftover yarn from the Tammy sweater. And then I had this Cascade. I can't remember the name of it. I don't know if I have yes, I do. This is the yarn. 2 or 3 skeins of this. Just to finish it off. Yep, 3 skeins. It's big, roomy, wonderful wool shawl. Yep. So those are all the finishes besides 9 hats. The only other thing besides hats, I have done a few rows of my Sunday coffee cardigan. So, and I didn't mark where I was, but I'm at the point where I'm getting ready to separate for the sleeves. But this one can't do another knit stitch. I'll pick up and crochet a few rows. That's the only other thing. And like I said, I'm going to be knitting lots and lots of hats. I posted a live video on Facebook to try to also get help. Please share this video out and like it and share it so that it gets out there. If I get 10 hats, it will help me immensely. So just buy a skein of Galway and knit 2 hats and send them. I would so appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time for the next episode of the Knit and Purl podcast. Don't forget, links in the down bar, all those things. Thank you very much. Bye.